Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Park Streamers Hangout. We're glad to have you today, and with me as always is Theme Park Casual in CORDY, California. So Theme Park Casual, would you like to tell everyone where you can find you?
Well, hey kids, thanks for joining us again. You can find me on YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram, all of them at Theme Park Casual.
Very nice. And with us down below is CORDY in California. CORDY, would you like to tell us where we can find you?
Yes. Hello. YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok, CORDY in California. Actually, now Twitch, CORDY in California. Yeah, that's where you'll find me. I have others, but don't bother.
Talk to you about how you got on Twitch, because I was having all sorts of issues. So we'll have to connect so I can see that too. And of course, everyone, my name is BarryPlays28, kicking it here in the Barry Cave. And you can find me on X, IG, YouTube, and TikTok under BarryPlays28. All right. So welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. So glad to have all of you here. We just want to cover a few things today. And the first up is some Knott's updates. So last week, we got some unfortunate news that Smuckers has decided that they were going to discontinue the Knott's Berry Farm brand. So it's the 100-year-old jam and cookie brand that they're discontinuing that they had. So I'm going to read this from Fox News 11. It's a short, brief summary of what basically happened, but it says consumers will no longer be able to purchase Knott's Berry Farm branded jams, jellies, preserves, and cookies at grocery stores. And Knott's Berry Farm's brand has been discontinued and is no longer being sold. A message on Knott's Berry Farm Foods website operated by the J.M. Smucker Company reads, the theme park of the same name in Buena Park, California is owned by Cedar Fair, soon to be Six Flags, it looks like. And an online Knott's Berry Farm marketplace still exists. And we're going to take you over there in a moment, where people can still purchase their favorite trademarks under the Berry market name. Knott's famous shortbread cookies with jam centers can still be purchased at the park itself under that Berry market name as well. And then it also says the decision to discontinue our Knott's Berry Farm products is in alignment with our strategy to continuously evaluate our portfolio and ensure we are dedicating resources to the areas with the greatest growth potential, said J.M. Smuckers Company. We appreciate the fans of the brand and look forward to continue to serve them through our other offerings. Well, like, I buy Smuckers and I like it and everything, but I got to tell you, I'm kind of disappointed that they're discontinuing this brand. I don't know how the two of you feel about it.
It's just odd. It's going to be weird because it's just kind of one of those, like a staple, like you just, expect to see it there. And I don't know if I've ever not seen it, right? Because in my lifetime anyway, so.
Danny?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, I'm going to be bummed about the cookies. I mean, our little shortbread cookies with the little dollop of jam.
Well, you can still get those at the park. So that's
so that. They're not going to sell those at the store?
But not going to sell those in the store. Now, I will tell you, I saw them in the stores last week, and they were under, where you go to the kids section, they have all the cookies, it's like the multi-packs and everything. They actually had, I believe it was raspberry and strawberry that they had. I didn't see boysenberry there. Under the Knott's name, it was a 10 bags in a box. So they're still selling that, but I have a feeling once those go out, that's it.
But you said we could still get the cookies at the park?
Yeah, so supposedly you're still going to be able to get the cookies at the park under the Berry market name. So That's in fact, we're going to go to that website here in a moment and check that out. But the article continues to go on and say the Knott's brand was partially sold to Conagra in 1995 prior to ending up under the J.M. Smucker Company ownership in 1998. And then one Knott's Berry Farm brand jam, Seedless Raspberry, was still available last week, and now it's completely gone from the website. So let me see if I can share that website with you real quick. Give me a moment to bring that up.
Yeah, it's one of those things, I think, like you said, Cordy, it's one of those, it's a staple. It was like one of those things you could always count on, see, whenever you went down that aisle in the grocery store, you had all the jams, all the way, and there was always the Knotts, and it looked the same as far as I can ever remember.
Yeah.
It's always had that same label.
Right. And well, they've had a couple different labels over the years, but pretty much the same. And this is, if you see, this is a strawberry one they're showing on their shop. And that's how it looked before it left. But if you go to their shop and you click on Knott's Berry Farm, you get this where it says, we can't find any products matching the selection. Now, the ironic thing is you scroll down and you see the food and beverage. Got Smuckers, Jif, Adams, Pylon, Dunkin'. Oh, Knott's Berry Farm. Here you go. But again, if you click on that, it just takes you back up here to this site. So it's interesting that they still list the brand because they still own the brand. They've just decided to discontinue it. But they've got all their other brands on here, as you can see. But Knott's Berry Farm, gone. Now, if you do go to their regular site and you type in Knott's, you're going to get this one right here. It says boysenberry syrup Smuckers. That's the only thing that shows up if you click on search. If you type in boysenberry, you get a boysenberry milkshake recipe. You get the boysenberry syrup Smuckers by Smuckers. That's still here. We're going to click on that in a moment. And then you get this hazelnut waffles with warm boysenberry sauce. And then they show a few other things that are just more like, jams and recipes and stuff like that. But there's nothing. If you click on any of those other ones, it doesn't show any Knott's Berry Farm products. If you click on the boysenberry syrup, it says, where's the boysenberry syrup? We have a bit of bad news. Smucker's boysenberry syrup has been discontinued, but while the truth may seem hard to swallow, we have just a thing to help it go down easy. Really? Boysenberry may be gone, but we have plenty of other fantastic Sunday syrups to add a little sweetness and tartness. What's that, Cordy?
I think they're going to find someone else to work with on this. It can't, only at the parks. Like, that would be so odd. People will protest in the streets. I'm kidding. No, I just feel like they're gonna find another. It won't be Smuckers, but
yeah. Sorry, I thought I was presenting the other screen. Let me bring that one up real quick. So it's this one. So if you click on, sorry, I thought I was sharing the screen, but I wasn't. But if you click on boysenberry, it brings up these things right here. If you click on this right here, that's where I was reading from. But yeah, it shows all these other little syrups you can buy for your ice creams and whatnot, but nothing for your waffles or pancakes. However, again, you can purchase from the berry market. So let's show what that site looks like real quick.
I don't understand why they would get rid of boysenberry. I mean, are they not allowed to use boysenberry other than under the Knott's brand?
Oops, sorry, I brought up the wrong one. Let me take this away. Well, it's not just boysenberry. I think they got rid of all of this stuff. Smuckers got rid of the whole branding. Right,
but I mean, if they can't just take boysenberry and add it to another line.
Well, you would think they would, but I don't know if that's part of the contract.
Right. That's why I'm curious. It does
got to be under the Knott's name,
right? Because I thought other places have boysenberry stuff, don't they?
I could not really find any other boysenberry items from anyone else. I mean, you can find the wine. We've talked about that, but if you do go to,
but that's probably licensed from Knott's then, possibly.
Yeah. Yep. So if you go to marketplace.knots.com, you can go to where they have jams and syrups and butters. And here, oh my gosh, look what's happened. Boysenberry jam, boysenberry preserves, completely sold out.
Wow.
Boysenberry pie jam, or factory, berry factory boysenberry pie jam. That's all sold out. Pretty much everything that's boysenberry sold out. This is another seedless boysenberry jam sold out. Difference between this one and the one above is this is the select one. So I guess it's a little bit better. It has 11 ounces. But everything else pretty much, blueberries sold out. Ooh, raspberry sold out. Oh, never mind. I take it back. Boysenberry syrup sold out. Cherry jelly sold out. I will tell you, though, I was there on Saturday at Knott's Berry Farm, and they had tons of product. I went to the general store. What's that?
Yeah, I know.
I put jam hoarding.
I was trying to be.
Don't tell anyone what I was doing, okay? Now, I will tell you, I did go and purchase some jam. Because actually we were out of boysenberry jam, and I've been trying to look for it in the stores, but just haven't been able to find it. And we have the raspberry in our fridge right now, but unfortunately, we didn't have any more. So I just went and bought the Knott's, berry market. The thing about the berry market is, that it's just not very appealing. Someone needs to work on their labels, because I think it would be. I'm sure they can't put Knott's on it, right? Because that obviously. Is owned by Smuckers, but look, even this one right here, this is a berry factory. At least that's a cool looking label, right? And by the way, I do have this. Someone asked, what's the difference between the berry factory jam and actual boysenberry preserves and the regular jam? Well, the boysenberry preserves is the one that has the seeds, right? Boysenberry jam is the one without the seeds, and then obviously. The boysenberry pie is what it would taste like if it was filling inside the pie, and they made it into a jam, which is kind of cool. But these are a little expensive. They're a lot more expensive than buying the Smuckers. Right? When you buy the Smuckers, it was usually like, I think last time I bought something, it was like $5 for a Smuckers jam. These are going for $12.99. Now they do have a deal right now on the website and in the stores where if you buy 3 or more, they're $9.99 each. So that's nice that you get a discount, but it's still a lot more pricier than what Smuckers was selling their stuff for. So
Bob with a basement stash of boysenberry products. Berry Place new YouTube store now has jams and syrups.
You guys have been on the Berry Tales ride, right? What do you think the coyotes are doing for me?
Bob going to show up at Knott, just outside of Knott's, with a little folding table and selling all the jams.
You want some jam? Are you looking for boysenberry or blueberry?
In his jacket. Right?
The jacket.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny.
Good old smuggling Bob.
Bob Coyote. That's what Brian Sevilla said. That's funny. Great. No, I have no plans of hoarding any of that stuff. Are you kidding? As it is, my wife's like, really? Did you need to buy 3 of those and bring it home? Mm-hmm. So it's funny. So that's what's going on with the Knott's Berry Farm brand with Smuckers. They've only had the brand since 1998, I think it was. That's what the article said. So they really haven't had it for a long time, 20 some odd years. However, you'd think that, I don't know. I'm really surprised that they decided to discontinue it. I don't know. I know that they're focusing on Uncrustables because that's their more popular product right now, but I don't know. I'm just really disappointed that they're not, spending more time with, working on the brand or doing something with it. But
Trish says you're going to give a jar of boysenberry jam with a lifetime membership.
I don't remember saying that about Club 28, but hey, it might be something to get people to join my membership, right? Join me and I'll give you all the boysenberry you want. Oh, that's funny. Thanks, Trish. That's a really good laugh. Oh, and Mermaid Plant says his trunk at the parking lot.
Parking lot.
Oh, geez. Let's take my channel in a whole new direction I hadn't planned on going. Too funny. Well, I mean, so the good news is, again, some of you are not close. I think Kiki and Luca are on here, but Kiki and Luca had asked me, I think it was last summer or the end of last summer, hey, can't find boysenberry, jams or preserves, where I can find them. And they found them from the Smuckers website, and they were still selling them there at the time, which is great. It's just really disappointing that they've decided to, discontinue the brand. And I'm sure they'll eventually bring it back. They own it. Maybe they're just, who knows? Maybe they'll rebrand it or something. Do the label a different way. I have no idea.
Yeah, I would hope that whoever it is, I hope they hold on to it and they don't let it just completely die. That, okay, maybe when economic conditions, level out or whatever, that they'll be able to bring it back. And because it's just one of those things where, it's a shame when you see a brand like that fade away,
Yep. I saw you responded to Paul. Did Paul say something?
Yeah, he was thinking that potentially the boysenberry might be proprietary to Knott since they invented it. That it could be something that without their name attached, you can't get it.
Oh yeah, okay, I see. Yeah, Chad saying Knott should buy the rights back. I wish.
I wonder if because Signature Select, which is like I know it as Safeway or Vons, I think has them here. But they have a boysenberry.
Monza?
Yeah, Signature Select, so like the store brand. But they usually, for Signature Select, they usually have, from my experience, the real thing. So not that it's not, but it is boysenberry.
Yeah, it might have been Smuckers, and who knows? Maybe they still are doing that because most of the non-brand names come from when I used to work for Vons, by the way, because I did back in the day. Everyone, Bird's Eye made the vegetables or frozen vegetables and things like that. And most of the brand names, Kellogg's made a lot of the cereal for them or Post. So. Brian, the cool thing is when you meet Bob in the park, he always smells of fruity goodness. What are you trying to say, Brian? I think what you meant to say is I always have some stickers to pass out.
Very good,
Brian. Yeah, very goodness. And then Kaylee also mentioned that the Safeway signature brand has it. So thank you, Kaylee. Appreciate that. All right. Well, moving on, but still staying with Knott real quick. So for those of you who might have caught my live stream on Saturday, thank you for joining me. We kind of went around the park, and unfortunately, I wasn't able to stay more than 2.5 hours. But I basically went around showing what they were doing for the Knott celebration, and it was great because they had a lot of balloons up, a lot of fanfare. We looked at the stage. Unfortunately, we couldn't show the show, the two shows they were doing. It's Your Life, Charlie Brown, that they played in the afternoon because it didn't start until after I left, and then also they had the band that they play with at night, which is really, really cool, and Snoopy. So we didn't get to see those. The Little Country Jamboree, I was in line for the stagecoach because I wanted to ride the stagecoach to show everyone what they were doing in Camp Snoopy, to kind of show them that construction. But because I was on timeline, because it was my mother-in-law's birthday party that day, I really couldn't stay that long in the park. So I apologize I couldn't stay for more. I'm sure I'll be going back. I know that, Theme Park Casual and Cordy will be going back to Knott's Berry Farm, and I'm sure all of us will be covering the peanut celebration because it's going on for the next month. So if you have the opportunity to go to the park and you have an annual pass, definitely go check it out. It's great. They have a lot for the kids. One of the things that I wanted to do, but we didn't have time to do either, was to go to the Birdcage Theater and actually see how to draw the characters, which was really cool. But one of the things I did get to do, which I really, really liked, and I unfortunately forgot to put the picture on a PDF so I could share it with all you guys, but I got to go to the town hall and meet with Franklin. Franklin is, one of the Peanuts characters. It's great because not only do they tell you the history of Charles M. Schulz and the Peanuts gang at the town hall, but they tell you how Franklin became one of the Peanuts gang, and then you get to take your picture with him. Thankfully, it was funny. There was more people looking around reading the history and doing the doodles and drawing around him than actually waiting in line for him to take their picture with him. So I felt kind of lucky that I was able to get up there so quickly and get my photo with him. But it was really, really cool. And, I definitely enjoyed that. So definitely go check out the Peanut Celebration. It's going to be going on through the end of February. So definitely take the time to do that. But the other thing I wanted to show you was what's happening with Camp Snoopy. So let me take this away and bring up the video. Oops. Oh, there we go. So I was actually on the stagecoach when I was shooting this video. I had 2 people sitting next to me, and so unfortunately I was sitting on the outside away from the Camp Snoopy side. But you'll see that the Rocky Mountain Trucking Company is going to be shown first. I don't really talk about it because you can't really see it from there, but I did talk about the Ferris wheel, and you'll see some of the stuff that's going on there. So let's go ahead and show the video real quick.
They have this year. I feel like I'm going to slip down.
Okay, so right off to the side there where that big pylon is, that's where the Rocky Mountain Trucking Company is. You can see the wood boards to the left, but again, you can't really see anything over the wood boards, unfortunately.
So here is some of the Camp Snoopy stuff. This is the back side of the Ferris wheel.
So you can see they're starting to dismantle the Ferris wheel. There's no more cars on it. The lights have come off, and they're taking it all apart. Right here is where they're going to build Sally's Swing, and you'll be able to go up 10 feet in the air, back and forth. There'll be seats on both sides of the swing, and that's what they're going to place there in place of the Ferris wheel.
You see they're dismantling it.
Yeah, not a big fan of that change. That's one change I'm not thrilled about.
I know. How are you supposed to see Claim Jumper on the other side, right?
Exactly.
I'm kidding.
There it is. There it is. There it is.
So obviously Pigpen's buggies are staying, and the River Rapid ride right here is staying. And there it goes.
So this is the roller coaster area right here.
So you can see this is where they actually had the school bus. So right where it says Calico on the fence, the school bus is on the other side of that. And then in the distance where you see the porta potty way in the background there, they actually had a park. And it was kind of like a little park play area where people could sit down, relax. There's some, was it like mushrooms that you could step on top of or sit on. The kids also had a big log they could, climb on top of or crawl through. And then to the far left, where you see some of those mounds of dirt, is where the roller coaster was that they had, the Timberland roller coaster. So there's several, things in this area, and this is where they're going to be putting the new roller coaster. So obviously, it's been expanded to take up all that room, and you can see really they're just now, they haven't even laid the foundation yet for the roller coaster. So they're still just kind of digging up the dirt in the areas and just kind of getting it ready.
See the ditches.
As long as they don't mess with my
that used to be the
my
playground
meadow
there.
and creek area, I'll be okay.
I don't
Seriously.
even-
I mean, if they mess with that and put the coaster coming through that, I'm going to be so upset. I'll be really bummed.
No, from my understanding is that this is where the coaster is going to be.
Right.
So it's obviously twice as big as what, actually almost 3 times as big as what it was before. But that whole Zen area, I call it your Zen area, that's supposed to be staying, and with good reason, because they're going to be building a patio, outdoor seating patio area. And so if they took that away, it would take away some of the beautification.
Right.
Yeah, look how big this area is. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it seems like the coaster is going to be a decent size, probably not very big, but I believe it's going to have possibly 2 launches if it's like the ones that they've got at the other parks.
The meet and greet area that they're redoing.
So this is the old meet and greet area that they're redoing right here. And also these wood boards are covering the front of the restaurant. So they're redoing the restaurant too, but you can't really see it while we're on the stagecoach. But you can tell that the meet and greet area looks like they're trying to expand it and make it bigger. They've obviously left the tree. Before, it was just a very, very small area. But it looks like they're trying to expand it out. To the left there where the umbrellas are, that's Snoopy's Flying Aces. That's staying. But yeah, you can tell that they're definitely trying to expand this area. And the thing I like is that they're trying to make everything a little bit bigger, and it's not as small as what it used to be.
Right here. And then this area right here is where they're rebuilding the theater. So that's the old theater stage show area right there.
Yeah, so that's where the stage was, right there where you see the 2 doors. And you can tell they've actually expanded this. Right behind the theater was the Woodstock's Airmail. They've gotten rid of that ride as well. And so they are going to make this a lot bigger. And it's going to be a covered theater, and they're going to have wood logs that are cut in half that you sit on. I think it's going to be really, really nice once they finish it. It looks like, I guess, they're going to keep that foundation for the stage there and just kind of expand upon it. But yeah, they definitely are making it bigger, as you can tell. Now, one of the other things I didn't mention, and I want to talk about it real quick, as you can see, you can still walk through the land. Someone had asked me on my stream last week, are you still able to walk through Camp Snoopy? I was like, well, I don't know. I mean, I hadn't heard. I thought they were completely shutting it down. But no, you can actually walk through Camp Snoopy. It's just that these areas that they've dismantled, like the Huff and Puff, the theater, Woodstock's Airmail, the roller coaster, et cetera, all those areas that I've been showing you, those are only ones that are completely boarded off and shut down. You can still go on the balloon race, launchers, Charlie Brown's kite, swings, the Pigpen's buggies, the Calico Rapid Run. You can still go on that. So there's still a lot of rides that you can ride, and especially you can still go on Sierra Sidewinder. The other thing that's closed, which you won't see here too, is the store. They actually closed down the store that's in Camp Snoopy.
And it's going to look great once they finish it.
I don't remember showing it, but I might here. We'll see in a moment. But look how big that theater area is going to be. That is way bigger than what it used to be.
Yeah.
If you're wondering, this is one of the dark mazes they have for Not Scary Farm.
That was a tribute maze right there.
This was the tribute maze, actually, that they had. So you can see right there the old tribute beginning. This is the entrance to the park right here.
So that's basically it. So right underneath the track where we're at is where they actually have the store, and I wasn't able to show it. So, but that gives you an idea of what they're doing for Camp Snoopy right now, how it's under construction. It's going to be opening up in May, Memorial Day weekend. So we obviously have about 5 more months until that happens, but I'm looking forward to it. I think it'll be really, really cool.
Yeah, if it's anything like the last refurbs that they've done at Knott's, this is going to be a home run, because they did with Fiesta Village and Prop Shop Pizzeria. They're just, those are fantastic rethemes, refurbs. So I'm hopeful that Camp Snoopy is going to come out of this better than ever. Yeah, we're losing a few of the classics like the Huff and Puff and Ferris wheel, but like I said, I'm looking forward to it because they've done a spectacular job the last several years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. I think they're going to do a good job with it as well. I can't wait to see what they do, because like you mentioned, they have been doing a great job of doing remodels, and everything's been great about Fiesta Village except for Montezuma's Revenge. But that's a separate issue. What do you think, Cordy?
Well, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of new to me, right? It had been years since I've been there. So last year was kind of my I don't know, kind of view back into Knott's Berry Farm. So I think it's great. I love that they're, doing these updates and actually investing in the park. So yeah, I think that's great. And it's there's not they're probably really the only park that, caters to children. I don't know if it's me. They're probably the only park that caters to children the way that they do, right, with Camp Snoopy. So I think it's great that they're keeping it, and I think it's needed. So
Well,
kudos to
SeaWorld does have that Sesame Street area that you can go to. They also have a Sesame Street Park now.
Yeah,
that you
but
can
I
go
guess
to.
here, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of far.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, because Universal's kind of far too, and they have that little kids play area by Minions, but yeah, not too much there.
Yeah, Camp Snoopy is very well done. That's the thing. It's like even, before any refurb, it was still a wonderful little spot in the park. It doesn't have the, immersive rides. Like I really think they could have used a dark ride, put in there, but it was very well done. That it's one of my favorite spots. I always go there. I always have to stop and take my moment of Zen. Always in Camp Snoopy, and even at Christmas time, it was always fun to look at the lights. Everything was just a well-rounded little area, and that's what I liked about it.
Well, it's funny because you mentioned the dark ride, and I know we've talked about that before, but a dark ride in Camp Snoopy, it's Camp Snoopy, so it's all outdoors, right? So a dark ride wouldn't be the greatest thing for that, but I think it would be cool if they, could build something around the whole Camp Snoopy theme, but they're also redoing the train, and I didn't show that because it was in the background, but that's going to be electric train. I'm interested to see what that's going to look like, because from the concept art that they've shown, it looks like the train goes right, by the Rocky Mountain Trekking Company area, but I don't know if they're going to do that or not, or if I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure how that's going to work.
Yeah, me either, because it's always gone around the other way towards Silver Bullet. So Paul says, I remember as a kid going to Knott's when Disneyland was closed Monday through Tuesday in the 1960s. Wow. I wasn't born then. I don't think you guys were either. Sorry, Paul, but that's cool. I do remember from Knott's Berry Farm though, and I do miss is like where the parking lot is now. They used to have that little pond out there with the merry-go-round, and it was really, really cool. A place to go and feed the ducks and whatnot. So now it's a parking lot.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. With that, I think enough Knott stuff. Let's talk about a couple of other things. So I think, Cordy, were you going to go ahead and talk about Lunar New Year a little bit?
Yeah, just I was telling them that I hadn't really experienced this year's event much. I've been there. I'm probably cutting in and out. I haven't been able to experience it fully, this event this year, but it's very similar to last year. It's of course Year of the Dragon, so that's different. But a lot of the foods are kind of the same. So it's one of my favorite. It probably is my favorite event that they have. Then Food and Wine. So it's just very, the colors. It's very bright. It's very just this vibrant event that I think just kind of brings joy to the whole place. And it's a time that you get fireworks when you watch World of Color. So that's a bonus.
Yeah. I have not seen, but are they doing a new World of Color, or is it still the World of Color 1, but they're doing it
World
fireworks?
of Color 1, but when they have two showings, they only do the fireworks in the first show. They only do the Lunar New Year portion of it for the first showing. So if you go to the 10 o'clock or 10:15, you won't. Is it 10 or 10:15? They were changing all the times. Anyway, the second show, they don't have the fireworks or the Lunar New Year.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Oh, they don't even do the Lunar New Year tag at the beginning, huh? Oh,
yeah.
Because I figured fireworks is probably a little bit late, you know, so they may not be able to do it after 10. So
we got fireworks there and Disneyland didn't. So we were like, me and Christina were there and we're like, we got fireworks. And they didn't have them over at Disneyland. So, but it's really nice. Like they put on a good show. We only tried this year. We tried the, why can't I think of the name? The pizza, the bulgogi pizza, which I think that's a new one because that wasn't there last year. So, and I think it was pretty much all of us because I was there with Devin and CL and Gain, and we all got to, you know, try it, and Christina, and we all liked it. So that was a winner. And that's over at the Boardwalk Pizza and Pasta. First time I ever ate there, actually. So that was.
Was it good? Cordy?
Oh, I think she froze.
Yeah, it was really good. That was definitely a winner for everybody. So we did try that, and that's about all I've been able to try this year. Is it doing it again? But kind of related, just because. Well, anyways, over at Erla Sandwich, we tried the ube cake because they have a new bakery that's bringing in the desserts. So, and well, some of us liked it. Some thought it was too purple. I won't name names.
You know, it's funny. Sorry, going back to Knott's thing. Mitch Adventure says, thanks to Berry Place 28, I have 2 boxes of now no longer made Knott's Berry Farm seedless boysenberry and strawberry jams. Thanks. Nice. You're welcome. Maybe it was Mitch's Adventures, not Kiki and Luca. I couldn't remember who it was that was asking about that. So very good. Whoops. So I haven't had a chance to experience Lunar New Year yet. Let's see, because it started. Did it start?
Just started last Tuesday.
Last Tuesday. Oh, so I was there, but I didn't go to DCA last week when I was there on Wednesday at the park. So, but tomorrow I think I'll be back at Disneyland tomorrow, and I'll probably start off at DCA. Maybe check some of that stuff out because I haven't had a chance to do that.
Just a quick note too, just to kind of if you're for planning purposes. So if you need to buy a sip and savor, so this year there's no more.
Yep, she froze again.
Am I voguing while I'm freezing?
No, now you're back.
They give you a little card with like a barcode on the back. So I don't, because I didn't get one yet, because the 2 times I went to get one, I couldn't. So they close the booths 1 hour before the park closes. And then they stop selling the sip and savor an hour before the booths close.
So 2 hours before the park closes.
2 hours for, geez.
Yeah, so you can get them. That's only at the non-food vending places, right? So if you're going to one of those, which it's very, very busy. So every time I've gone there, the lines, like this is a very popular festival. But if you wait in one of the food lines, she said that you can get your sip and savor there. But like if you want to go to any of the other booths where they're just selling merch and that they, they stop an hour before the booths close.
Interesting. Yeah, hopefully it's just the opening weekend kind of thing that it's so busy, because the lines have been tremendous at the food booths. And I only went through DCA the one time, but watching other people's streams, they're crazy. Yeah. Now I'm curious, did you got the sip and savor pass?
I haven't been able to get one because I'm always too late.
Okay.
What? I'm shocked.
Well, I'm curious because I know with Knott's, you've got to be very careful with what items you use.
Yes.
The pass is for. So I'm wondering if Disney is in the same kind of a boat where there's some that make a good deal and then others where it makes it where you're losing money on.
Yeah, I would say no beverages. Like that's not worth a tab or worth a sip and savor. Desserts typically those aren't either because of the price. And you have to be careful because there'll be like signage, like the pizza. I completely thought that it was a part of the Sip and Savor, and then because it's on the sign, right?
Rats.
Well, I'm sure she'll be right back.
Yeah. Yeah, but like she was saying, there's certain items that are not part of the Sip and Savor Pass, and you got to be careful that if the items that you want to try are not part of that Sip and Savor Pass, then you need to, be aware of that and plan accordingly.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
And just out of curiosity, what exactly is bulgogi or bulgogi, whatever?
Bulgogi.
It's so good.
Yeah,
It's like a really thin beef in a Korean barbecue sauce. Ooh, so good with
Spicy.
vegetables.
What kind
Not
of
really
veggies?
spicy.
It wasn't on the pizza. They had the sauce is what made the flavor, but the bulgogi wasn't on the pizza. They also have a burrito. I think they do have it this year again at the studio catering. That one's really good. I had that last year.
Okay.
And so is the birria egg rolls. Those are delicious.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Those are worth it. And last year they would always sell out of the little Mandarin dessert. It's really pretty, but it's good too, from what I understand.
Is that the little orange dome one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that I want to get this year, but I think they learned from last year. So I've seen people walking around with them later in the evening. So they shouldn't sell out this time.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't really. I mean, other than going to get the free item last year that you had to stand in the long line for, I didn't really. What was it? The button last year? What was it? I try to remember.
The merch was pretty cool too. They have I like the merch this year. I got the ears, which I don't have with me, but I thought they did a really good job with the ears. And I don't have the Mickey, but I got the Mickey Lunar New Year Mickey for my daughter's classroom. So she could she had a whole setup in there already. And then the Spirit jersey is really nice too. So they did a good job with that.
Is there a Magic Key item this year?
I didn't see one.
Oh, because I thought, didn't they have one last year for Lunar New Year?
I thought Seems like they have one for every one of the festivals.
Yeah,
like there's that
and
one.
It was a super long line last year. I remember that was.
No, and I haven't seen that. No, I haven't heard of any of those, like the freebies, right, where you wait in that line under Silly Symphony. I haven't seen that.
So much fun to do. Well, and I will say that last year I wasn't streaming this time, so I went and I kind of experienced it, but I didn't eat a lot of the food. I'm more into the Food and Wine Festival, but then everyone's like, "Oh, you got to try this, that," and it was like, "Oh, it's over." I'm like, "Okay, never mind." All right, next year. So definitely looking forward to trying some of it this year.
Yeah, I think I'm going to actually have to try some of these items. Normally, I'm like, I don't want to spend the money on most of these items. I'll try, one or two items. But now I'm like, I want to try some of these. So I'm going to have to check the Sip and Savor and see if it's something that I need to get in on.
Yeah. And the price, it's not bad because the Food and Wine, they give you more tabs. So it's $60 something. I think this one is it 43 for Magic Key? Either 40 or 43. And you get 6 tabs to use, or 6, items.
Right. And yes, SoCal Sports, my cat is meowing at the door. That's all she does. It drives me nuts.
Yeah. Or it may be mine because I have a little kitten. It's Ariel's new kitten. She likes to make a lot of noise, and she's causing also a little havoc over here, aren't you? Little fur ball. Are both of you going to be in the park tomorrow?
I'm going on Wednesday.
Oh, sorry. It's Monday, isn't it?
Yeah.
Never mind. On Wednesday?
Yeah, I'll be there on Wednesday.
Cordy, you going to be there on Wednesday? And she's frozen again.
The suspense is killing me.
Inquiring minds want to know.
I believe so. Yeah, the suspense is killing me. I don't know when I'm going to be there. Yeah, I think Wednesday, possibly tomorrow. I don't know yet.
Oh, so maybe what we should do is the three of us meet up. We all get the card, and then we all try different things,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
show it
Are
on
you gonna
a,
be there
on a stream
Wednesday?
party. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
So maybe that's what we do. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm hoping to get there by 6. I hope.
Well, I'm hoping to get there by 7. So, Cordy, are you hoping to get there by 8 or 8:30?
Yeah.
Oh, geez. And now that they're closing early,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
such a bummer.
Yeah. Cordy, you rope drop power hour now, don't you?
Rope drop power hour. That's hilarious.
To like get in your 10 rides in that 1 hour.
Yeah.
Power
Well,
hour.
not the power hour that I did just this last time. Oh my God, I was so mad. I bounced over to DCA right after we missed fireworks, and Guardians was like 70 minutes. And then I decided, oh, well, maybe I'll do Web Slingers, and Single Rider had like 20 people in line. And so I was like, well, let's go do Soarin'. It says it's 20 minutes. We get over to Soarin' with 10 minutes before closing, and they had already shut the line.
Oh my God.
Oh, man.
I was like, how do you close the line before park close? That's terrible.
Exactly.
That is completely just dastardly.
I don't know about you guys. It seems like a new tactic they've been employing.
Well, and then I went over to Disneyland, and everything, the app wait times were completely off on everything that we went to. It was like Matterhorn, 15 minutes. They get there, all the switchbacks are filled up, and the Single Rider is all the way out the gate. And then we go over to Minnie and Mickey, and it said 20 minutes. The line was right there at the little picnic, photo op.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just like, this is crazy. So it was, yeah. So we were using theme park casualty emojis because I was having a conniption, and people thought I was going to just have an aneurysm and just fall over right there.
And that theme park casualty is pretty awesome new logo you got there and GIF. Yeah. I like that.
I actually just dropped some new emojis last night as well. So
nice.
A few more.
Brian Sevilla says, I want to do Lunar New Year cards with everyone. So Brian, you and anyone else who happens to be there Wednesday, just come join us.
Yeah, let's do it Wednesday.
Very cool. All right. Anything else about Lunar New Year, Cordy?
What else was going on there? No, that's just kind of the besides at the Grand, they have the dragon. Oh, is it?
Oh, yes. That looks amazing, by the way, inside the Grand Californian.
Yeah, I'm trying to do a reel. I just can't seem to find the time to just be creative, but
yeah, the Mushu kite inside Grand California is amazing.
I'm freezing again. Yeah, it's. Am I frozen?
No, you're there.
There we go.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, and they even have set up, and they have entertainment in there. I haven't caught that because I think it's like 6:30, 7:30, kind of those times. But they do have entertainment set up in there, and then of course they have everything set up so you can learn more about how different cultures celebrate in Lunar New Year.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Now my cats are running behind me. What's going on?
Quick little tidbit Brian Sevilla brought up on the Haunted Mansion construction walls. They do have the lenticular portraits. So the portraits you normally see in the hallway leading up to your Doom buggy, they've got some of those out on the walls, and they work fantastic. They are very well done.
Yeah, they are very cool, which Brian says right there, which are really cool. Awesome. Thanks for sharing, Brian. All right. So thank you, Cordy, for didn't mean to cover that. For telling us all about the Lunar New Year. I'm looking forward to going on Wednesday and trying out some of the food with you guys.
Yeah, and the parade. Sorry.
Oh, and the parade too.
2 showings, I think. I think there's more than that. And there's one that's pretty late. I think it's like 6:45, I want to say, because I caught it. We came in when me and my daughter went Saturday. We caught it just as it was starting, the last one. But yeah, there is, and it looks really nice at night because the dragon is lit up.
Right.
That is really cool.
Yeah. And real quick, Faithkeeper posted something. It says, guys, just wanted to say that my job location, aka Goofy's Kitchen, at dinner time, they have a Lunar New Year menu. It ends February 18. We have amazing chefs that you can meet.
Nice.
So a little tidbit in case you didn't know. Yeah, Goofy's Kitchen has a Lunar New Year menu for dinner. So,
well, that's cool.
You may want to hit that.
For sure. All right. So with that, I think, Danny, you were going to talk about our last topic. Do you want to go into that?
Well, I think it's one of my favorite things. I'm looking forward to it. But Magic Happens Parade is coming back this Friday, weather permitting, because we do have a storm front coming through that is supposed to hit on Thursday. So we shall see. You know, Magic Happens was cursed last year with its opening weekend getting rained out. So let's hope it doesn't happen again this year. But yeah, so Friday we get it back, and yeah, exactly. Calling all dreamers. So, you know, the CORDY in California anthem will be heard ringing through the Magic Kingdom once again. So, yeah, I love it because that parade is, I other than Electrical Parade, probably the most photogenic parade they've ever done. It's like you could sit there and take pictures from every angle, every float, and they all look fantastic. And it's got one of my favorite costumes that they've ever done, and that's the Coco dancers that start off as senoritas, but then they can take their skirts off and they become matadors. And I was just like, I love that. Just such a fantastic little prop for the costumes.
It's very, very cool. I'm excited that it's coming back too. I mean, it's probably one of my favorite parades, and it's something that just went so well with Wondrous Journeys, and being able to watch the parade during the day and then Wondrous Journeys at night just, you know, kind of completed the whole day, and it was a lot of fun, and everyone, it seemed like those watching the streams enjoyed the parade as well. So
yeah, and I think for a little while we'll be able to catch it with a kind of a nighttime effect before the time change, and you know, the sun starts staying up later. But yeah, it's such a beautiful parade at night with all the lights on. So I'm probably going to be up at It's a Small World a couple of times, you know, early on.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm excited about that. That's awesome. All right.
So I think that's kind of it for this week. There's not a whole lot going on other than that, but
no. But before we do like Q&A with everyone, I did want to remind everyone, and I forgot to mention this when we were talking about Knott's Berry Farm, but I got an email, and I'm sure you guys did too, regarding a new Knott's Berry Farm app coming out, and so I'm hoping that the right times are actually going to be accurate or semi-accurate. But one of the things that they're doing is with this new app, you have to reset your password. I don't know why, but I talked to my brother about it, and he and I, we just reset our password to what we had before, because I was like, I don't want to have to change my password again. But in order to use the new app, you have to go in and reset your password before you start using the new app. So if you got the email from Knott's Berry Farm, go in there, change your password on the site, and update it so that you can start using the new app when it comes out. They haven't actually announced the start date of that new app, but I think it'll be kind of cool. The other thing I was showing on my stream the other day, and I forgot to mention this as well, is that they actually have a new kiosk for the fast lane. It looks like they scan your fast lane badge now, or it'll have some sort of QR code or barcode. So definitely look forward to that. That'll be kind of cool once it comes out. Hopefully maybe it'll I don't know if it'll expedite the fast lane line, but hopefully it'll help with that. So
Yeah, I wonder if that's more to dissuade abuse.
yeah, possibly. Brian actually says, I hope they tell you what parking lots are open on the new app. That would be kind of nice, wouldn't it, Brian? Because there are times when you're like, okay, do I go to the east lot? Do I go to the south lot by the hotel? Do I go? So I don't know. Oh, you know what? I said I was going to show tonight and I forgot to, and I'll have to look it up while we're doing Q&A. But I told everyone I had a little surprise at the end of my stream on Saturday, and it turns out I couldn't show everyone the surprise because the hotel's still closed. I thought it was open because some other people on social media had actually posted what it looked like inside the hotel, and but apparently it's still closed. I wasn't able to go in and show that to everyone. So I'm gonna see if I can bring up that while we're doing that. But let's see if any of you have any Q&A for us, and if you do, go ahead and throw it out there. And while I'm looking, if you guys don't mind just talking about or bringing up people's questions, I'm going to look for this post real quick.
Yeah, I saw, let me see, who was it? Scroll through here. Mitch's Adventures asks, what are our thoughts about the Sky Parade? Have you guys seen it? The drone show that basically mimics the electrical parade, but with drones in the sky. All I can say is, oh my God, I can't believe what they can do with the drones now. It's amazing. And some of the drones had fireworks, so that like when the pirate ship is going by, you're seeing sparks flying off the bottom. So it was just fantastic. I'm bummed that the domestic parks here can't get them. But I was actually on recording a podcast with Vash Sky and Marty Snyder over on Theme Park Universe. And if you want to watch that, I believe it's going to be out on Thursday. But Marty Snyder goes into why some of the reasoning why Disney can't have drones. And long story short, after 9/11, Disney requested that their parks become no-fly zones. And because of that, they have restrictions as to what aircraft can be flown above their parks. Hence, no drones.
Yeah. But you think that I would think that because it's Disneyland's drones that they would actually be okay.
Yeah,
with
I don't know. But again, part of what Marty was saying was that this isn't a local thing. They have to get federal approval. And because of the way that things are set up, like even, like the Rams, the LA Rams, they can't have drones on game day. So if the FAA allows Disney, then they have to allow everybody. And so it becomes this big giant can of worms that opens up if they start making exceptions.
Gotcha. Yeah, I will tell you that seeing the drones in Disneyland Paris last year was thoroughly amazing. And it made me want drones there. I mean, I'd seen the drones over at Universal Studios for the Dark Arts Dark Arts nights they had there. But unfortunately, sorry, something's playing in my ear. I'm not sure what's playing. Let me shut some things down here. Anyhow, the long story short, it was really, really great to see that at Universal. It was great to see at Disneyland Paris. It makes me want to have that at Disneyland, and I think it would be amazing. But yeah, if they're not able to do it because of FAA reasons, and Disneyland says it's no-fly zone, which Disneyland's been a no-fly zone for helicopters and airplanes. You have to get approval to go over them or to go over the parks. I understand. But yeah, it's a bummer.
Yep. So what are
that he's going to any of the after dark events? I do not have tickets for any of the after dark events. I think both Bob and I are doing.
Yeah, I have the one for the Disney Channel, but the second night. Are you on the second night or first night?
Second night. I broke all the rules. I'm breaking all the rules this year, apparently. But I usually go the first night, and I didn't do that this year. So I don't know.
Yeah, you know what?
I don't know about
So many. Well, look, I'm kind of a small channel, but so many streamers usually go the first night. I kind of want to see what's available and what's going on anyhow, and then that way I know what I want to do the night I'm going to stream. So that's why I'm going the second night. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing it and checking out for myself. So, all right, I did find the post that I was looking for. So, everyone, I'm going to share that with you real quick. And for those of my viewers that had come to my stream or were looking to see the surprise at the end of the stream and didn't get to see it, my apologies. So, our Knott's Adventure is the ones who posted this, and what it is they've actually remodeled the inside of the hotel. And you can see it looks really, really nice what they're doing. I like the remodel. It looks really, really nice. But something near and dear to my heart is this, because back in 1928, Knott's opened their first market called Knott's Berry Place. And they put a sign that says Knott's Berry Place as an homage inside the hotel. So I think that's kind of cool. So there you go. Berry Place. Doesn't say Berry Place 28. That's right. It's cool that I got a Knott's Berry Place sign inside the hotel, which is really why my channel is named after that. So it's kind of cool. So I'm glad I was able to share all that with you. So thank you. All right, what other questions do we have?
He's asked about Phantasmic, right? Returning May 24th, and looks like that's still the date. So fingers crossed.
Yep. We shall see. Hopefully we get a very cool option for that finale.
Nothing like Memorial Weekend, right? We'll be
sardining. It'll be fun.
Sardining in that park.
Sardining it.
Oh, yes. It's going to be a busy Memorial Day weekend. I mean, with that going on, plus you got Camp Snoopy opening up. So, yeah, quite a bit.
Yeah, there'll be lots of stuff to cover. Purple Angel says, is it true that the Toy Story parking lot area is going to be going and Disneyland going to build an expansion park there? Well, at this point, what they want is for it to be able to be rezoned. They have not stated whether it's going to be a park, whether it's going to be hotels with shopping or some sort of other entertainment type of thing. So right now with the Disneyland Forward plan, Disney is just trying to get the zoning taken care of at this point. They have not released any definite plans as to what is going to go on any of their areas. So once they get the zoning approved how they want it, then they're going to start releasing ideas or plans or whatever. But at the moment, we don't know exactly what they plan to do with that area.
So Brian had mentioned, I hope you all booked your Pixar opening day dates for DCA. That's April 26th. So, and Brian, thank you. You sent me.
I was going to say I didn't do it yet. I almost did, Brian, but I needed to get some dates for sooner. So I've got Mrs. Casual's birthday coming up, so we're doing a weekend at the park.
And February 12th is already, well, last I checked, you can't get February 12th, which would be
that President's Day?
No, well, and the Super Bowl, right? How they come to the parks
the day after.
Oh, right. Yeah, I don't care about that.
Well, I was thinking about going because Ariel's out of school that day, and I was like, "Oh, perfect." And I'm like, "Nope, not happening."
Yep.
That's gonna be busy anyhow. All right, what other questions do we have here?
Will any of you be going to D23 Expo next August, early September? I'm not a member of D23, so I won't be going.
I am, but I have not. I don't know. When did the tickets go on sale? I think they're going. Did they already go on sale? I can't remember. What kind of member am I?
Yeah.
I want to go, but I think we'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, did you get your tickets and savers for the May Force event? I don't think Star Wars nights have gone on sale yet.
Not yet.
So
No,
I don't think I'll be attending any of the Star Wars nights. Are you guys going to go?
yes.
You guys, yeah, yep.
Well, to be honest with you, out of all the nights, that's the night I would choose to typically go. And I didn't get tickets last year. I couldn't go. So definitely want to go this year. And like I said, I wasn't able to get the one for the Sweethearts, but Disney Channel definitely. But actually, Star Wars is probably the only other one besides Oogie Boogie that I want to go to this year. So we'll see. But you asked any special events for Sleeping Beauty anniversary. I haven't heard anything regarding any special events for Sleeping Beauty's anniversary.
Yeah. Disney's weird with those kind of things. It's like they'll do some stuff. I thought I heard that there's a line of merch out for Sleeping Beauty, but I didn't confirm any of that.
Mm-hmm. Jen says, I'd love to do Star Wars night. All right. Let's see.
Yeah, is Lizzie McGuire at Disney Channel night? That's a good question. I mean, because Disney Channel started what, in the 80s?
Yep.
So there's
I think they're doing the 90s to 2000s or something, aren't they?
That's what I'm just curious. Are they going to stick with, like you said, 90s, 2000s Disney Channel, or is it going to run the whole gamut from beginning till current day? Is there a Disney Channel right now?
Think they really... Wait, am I there?
There you are.
Yep, okay. You're there.
I heard some rumors about like High School Musical, and so who knows? That's what's kind of fun. Like that's what I like about opening night is just going in and finding out what it's all about, right? I like the surprise.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Let's see. Well, Brian says we need a Jen Urso for a character meetup at the Star Wars night and Han Solo. That'd be kind of cool.
Oh yeah, Brian mentions that there's no May the 4th for Star Wars night this year because it falls on a Saturday.
Whatever.
So they won't do it. They will not do it if it's a Saturday. Absolutely.
Yeah, no. they won't close the park early on a Saturday.
Yeah. Well, Christina Holmes says Star Wars Night on May the 4th was awesome last year. So, all right. Any other questions, comments, sarcastic remarks? Just throw it out there. Cordy, did you freeze again?
Probably. Or I'm just staring off.
Oh, I'm sorry. Little freeze frame there.
Yeah. I know. Ever since it rained my internet, I'm like, it happens to me on Teams meetings. I'm like, I have a phone set up, but I have the audio through my computer. It's a mess. So sorry, guys.
Oh, that's a bummer. That should be a good thing for you. Hey, what do you feel about this? And you're like,
I try to keep like a look. I'm like, oh, I better just always keep my face like.
Yeah. That's funny.
So when's the next time? I haven't been able to go to Knott's yet for the Peanuts celebration. TPC, have you been there for?
I have not made it back to Knott's at all this year. So when I get back, I need to get my meal plan and drink cup and everything.
What?
I was hoping to get there this weekend, but I don't think I'm going to make it this weekend. I'm hoping for next weekend, and I don't even know if it's going to be Saturday or Sunday. So we're trying to make plans with something else for the family. And I was like, just let me know if it's going to be Saturday or Sunday, because I would like to get to Knott's on the opposite day. So
well, you have until February 25th to go to Raspberry Farm for the Peanuts.
Yeah, I don't. The main thing I want to see that concert, the rooftop concert. It's just too much fun.
I know. It looks like so much fun. I saw some social media posts from some of the other streamers this past weekend, and I was just like, oh, I wanted to be there. But
it's so fun. So
yes, it looks like so much fun. And especially the way the Snoopy's uncle come out there as the Blues Brothers. I mean,
Yeah,
that was
it's so fun.
hilarious. So cannot wait to actually see it in person.
Yeah.
And then, hey, just a quick heads up, and Theme Park Casual was mentioning that he hasn't gone there and he hasn't gotten his drink or anything like that. So I did something this year that I usually never do. I actually got the plastic drink cup or souvenir cup that you can use year round. But then I also paid for the paper one, but with the coffee, the hot chocolate, and the icy.
Nice.
And I wanted to give that a try to see how it goes. And actually, I think it's perfect because there's like this past weekend, I forgot to take my cup with me, so I could go and get one. I don't prefer the paper cup because it's smaller and everything. But I did get to try it out last Saturday. Friday night, me and the fam went to Knott's Berry Farm just for a little bit, for a few hours, just to have dinner, because we have the meal plan, which is a great meal plan. And then we just, went on some rides. It really was not that busy, and they were open until about 8 o'clock. So we stayed just for a few hours to close down the park. And then I went back for my stream on Saturday, but it was great because since I had forgotten my drink cup, I could actually, go and use it. But actually, the other thing that's great too is we went to dinner one night, right at the beginning of the year, and my wife wanted coffee, and so it was perfect because she got to get the coffee while me and my daughter got to use a souvenir cup for, the boysenberry punch, which we normally get. But now, I don't know if you noticed, but they also have a lot of the Coca-Cola, what do they call those? The
Freestyle.
The Freestyle. Thank you. So they have a lot of those machines that are going in now, which is great because you can get so much more items to choose from. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah. Mama's Oil Factory, why is Knott's not going to be selling its jams in the stores anymore? We covered that at the very beginning of the show. That was our first topic, and it's because Smuckers owns the brand, and they just decided they're going to discontinue it. So it's
such
just
a
one of
bummer.
those unfortunate things. Bianca, can we see the cats? Lol. If we have a chance, I'll get her just as we're saying good night. So
I'm lucky if I can get my little rascal. In fact, I don't know where she went. She probably went to go sleep with my daughter, but she's been running back and forth. So if I get her, I'll grab her real quick.
Gee, man, I was half expecting to see Cordy wearing a state-issued orange jumpsuit.
Well, you can't see it. Wait, can I show
Yeah.
you? Here, just keep talking about.
They just have the ankle bracelet on her, so
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
That's hilarious.
it blocks any YouTube signals going out.
Where do I? Oh,
Free Cordy.
What's that?
Free Cordy.
they're trying. They're holding me back here. Can you see it? If I go too close, I think it cuts out because of my background.
Yeah.
Free Cordy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Free
Fight the
Cordy.
man.
There you go.
Free Cordy.
Brian Sevilla, any word if Six Flags is going to do the scary event for spring break again? And it was, I think you're right. I think it was called Scream Break. I haven't
Scream
heard
Break,
anything.
and I haven't heard anything.
Yeah. Don't know.
That'd be kind of cool if they
happening.
did.
Yeah, that's something to look into because I think that was it was a hit. I believe they had a good turnout for that.
They did. I didn't. Well, I went there when they had it, but I didn't actually go through the mazes or anything like that. But I'm not a season pass holder. I let that go last year in June. So kind of a long drive. Going back to the cup, Chad says, I prefer the paper cups because you don't have to carry anything around.
That's my feeling as well. I thought I was going to not like the paper cup, but it's so much easier because you can just get your paper cup, drink real quick, and you're done. You don't have to carry the
Lazy.
cup around.
I mean,
banging on.
what? I'm kidding.
Because like when you're streaming, you've got it, and I have to have it hooked up to to my bag, and so it's just banging on my hip the whole time, and I don't like carrying it when it's full because then it's it's either sweating and getting your clothes wet just because from the sweat on the cup, and it's just I like the paper cup better.
Yes, I encountered that during Not Scary Farm. I had carried it, and it was kind of a pain to have to do that. So that's one of the reasons why I did it too, so I could go get the paper cup if I needed to, not because I'm lazy, but yeah, I just thought it'd be a nice change of pace. Plus, I've always wanted to get the ices. And by the way, my daughter and I tried the boysenberry icy for the first time last Friday night, and I gotta go try it again because the color looked a little off. It looked more brown than it looked like Coca-Cola.
Yeah, it's definitely not a bright purple. I'll tell you that,
No.
because every time I've tried it with the ice cream, and it's a very earthy purple.
It almost tasted like cherry cola, not a boysenberry.
Oh, then somebody mixed it up.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, so I got to try it again. All right. Any other last minute questions before we end our stream?
Faithkeeper asks, who is the supplier for boysenberry? She doesn't think they're growing the plants in-house. It's a good question. I'm not sure who it would be.
Know who makes the berry market jams for
Bob's
Super
gonna
Fair?
take that over.
Well, yeah. Hold on.
Soon to be Bob.
Yeah. Shh. Don't tell anyone. Right? Yeah. That's just our little secret in the channels.
He's going to take it over, but not legally.
Let's see here. New market. I love it.
I don't think I've ever had the boysenberry soda. Mitch's Adventure says, I don't like the boysenberry soda. I don't think I've had the boysenberry soda. I had the punch.
Well, I had the sarsaparilla, and that I actually liked it. I thought it was pretty good. So when I did my very first stream as Berry Place 28 last year, when I was done with the stream, my wife presented me with a boysenberry sarsaparilla, which I thought was kind of cool.
Oh,
so thank you.
That's adorable.
Yeah, I know, so adorable, but it was good. You know what? I can't find anything here. It just keeps saying the Berry Place can be found at Knott's Berry Farm or the Berry Market stuff, and I don't see an actual supplier. I'll look into it a little more, see if I can find anything. But
yeah, I'm sure the boysenberry is still going to be available, but it's just Smuckers is not going to produce the Knott's brand. So Knott's will probably be doing it under their Berry Market line, and plenty of stuff for the Boysenberry Festival.
But according to what I found, and I didn't read this in the article, and I already closed it, so I don't have it, but apparently there's still the Berry Market jams and preserves are still made in small batches, and they're as soon as the fruit is picked, it's immediately cooked and simmered and turned into a jam as soon as possible. So and you can tell they're made in small batches because they come in the small little packages and whatnot. But they have some really interesting ones too. I think there's even like a what was it? It was boysenberry vanilla whiskey jam or something like that. I was like, ooh, that sounds interesting.
And Trish says, plant boysenberries now. I actually do have a boysenberry plant in our backyard, and we have had fresh boysenberries right off of it.
Oh, nice. That's cool. You know what? I thought about buying one of those, but yeah, don't really have a place. Well, I mean, I have plenty of places to put it on my property. I just don't know where exactly I would put it. So, but yeah, you can. And Chad mentioned you can buy the boysenberry plants from Knott's, and especially during the Boysenberry Festival, they sell quite a few of them. They have them all out there. It's almost like Home Depot at Knott's Berry Farm.
Yep.
Come buy our berries. All right. Well, with that, I think we're going to go ahead and close it out for the night. So, but before we go, Cordy, would like to tell us when you're streaming next and where we can find you?
Well, sounds like we're going to be streaming together on Wednesday. So possibly tomorrow, but Wednesday. But I'll still be on Twitch. So I'm still, a renegade.
Cool.
Here,
A renegade. Well, I was trying to do Twitch, and it kept saying I was posting to Twitch, but it really wasn't, and it was driving me nuts. So that's why I'm not sure. Maybe I was doing something wrong. That's why I need to talk to you and see what you're doing, so I can do the same thing. Crazy. And Theme Park Casual, can you tell us when? I think you're streaming next on Wednesday as well.
Yeah, I plan to be at the parks on Wednesday, and apparently we'll probably be doing the Lunar New Year Festival, and we'll all be getting our cards and scanning and trying all kinds of stuff. I'm gonna have to do my research because I want to make sure I get the good stuff and not waste any.
Oh, and let me and Cordy get the bad stuff, sure.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Well, you do all the spicy
stuff
stuff and anything that has all the crazy vegetables and stuff like that. I'll get all the plain, easy stuff.
You want all the tomato base? I get it.
Yeah, yeah. Lots and lots of tomato.
That's an inside joke for anyone who doesn't know.
Yeah, tomatoes are my
Park Casual
nemesis.
doesn't really like tomatoes that much. So
I'm an Italian who hates
I know.
tomato.
that's a disgrace right there. All right. Well, yeah, Wednesday will be my next night streaming. Thursday, Wednesday, who cares? Whatever. But yeah, so it sounds like we're all going to try to meet up to do some food together. That'll be great because then we can all try different things and show it to everyone. So definitely, if you get a chance, come join the 3 streams, set it up on your computer if you can. So you have 3 tabs open. And also just to remind everyone, we're streaming from our different channels because we haven't created a Park Streamers Hangout main page. So if you would, please go to all of our links and hit a like button for all of us. And more importantly, thank you for joining us tonight. We enjoy having you here, and just want to say thanks for coming every couple weeks to sit with us and talk about the latest and greatest news and content for theme parks. So, with that, I hope you guys have a
1 second.
great night.
I told Bianca I would try to see if I could get the cat. Give me 1 second.
Oh, the kitty cat.
And CL said, "It's okay. I'm Asian and I don't like fish." So don't feel bad. TBC.
Okay, let me see if I can get the kitty cat too. Hold on 1 sec.
Oh, I want to get my kitty.
Figures she doesn't want to be around right now.
Mine's already in bed. My daughter snatches her up and they're locked down for the night.
Yeah, Casual Junior must have fed her, and so she's like, "Okay, we're good. I'm going to go to sleep."
Yeah.
Figures.
Yeah, we can get the whole fish. They have a whole fish that we could get at Paradise. I always want to call it Paradise. What is it called?
I'll be right back.
Yeah, Paradise Garden.
Yeah,
Grill.
Paradise Garden Grill.
That's
What kind
the
of fish is?
meal.
Because I'm not big on fish.
Well, I don't really want to get it. I'm just kidding, but you should see it. It's like a whole fish,
Like head and eyeballs and everything.
Yeah.
I did that once. We went to dim sum, and I mean, talk about a grueling meal for me. But yeah, they had the whole fish and just and people eating the eyeballs, everything. I was just like, no thanks. I'll have this. I'll just have some rice.
All right, everyone. This is Luna. This is our new
Aw.
kitten. Oh,
There's
she's
the
about
one.
ready to attack me. I can tell. Hold on.
Aw.
I'm trying to situate. Oh, there she is. Hi, mamas. She has a little white spot on her chest and her stomach. That's why we call it Luna. Oh, you gonna bite me
No.
now? You gonna bite me? Oh, she's licking my thumb.
Aw.
And now she's biting.
Yep.
You can see a little white on her chest there. Cute. That's our new little kitten. So this is the Christmas present that we gave to my daughter. So
No.
she's a little handful. Okay, you want to go play? Okay, go play. All right.
Yeah. Maybe next
With-
time I'll bring Skits out when she's
There you
meowing.
go. Well, I have another one, but I don't know where the other cat is. So, all right. Well, thanks for letting us share our kitties with you. Well, at least my kitty.
Yeah.
All right. Well, with that, thank you everyone for joining us tonight. As always, it's a pleasure spending time with all of you. And please, take time to go to our pages and like the streams. And if you like our content, please subscribe to our channels. And we look forward to seeing you on all of our future streams. With that, have a great night, everyone. We'll see you next time.
Alrighty.
Thank you all.
See you, kids.
Bye.
Bye.